Baby girl.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shaking ass in the club with your homegirl. Take a pic for the gram, show the home. What the f***, y'all? God damn! God damn!
P.O.P. Hold it down.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods, XY. Big Z. We back in the building, man. Listen, I want to talk about this Jay Nolan interview with Chapo. Shout out to Jay Nolan for securing that interview. He sat down and spoke with Chapo. If you don't know who Chapo is the guy who is on those reference tracks that you heard of Drake. Now, this is an interesting conversation because for a while, like we said, like people have always said, Drake says this, he does that. You know, they said reference tracks here, reference tracks there, but at least it's not the timestamp record. Well, Chapo reference tracks were revealed, but it wasn't revealed by him. So I know people have the misconception that he put these things out, but he talks about this in this interview. Again, so we're gonna play a clip from this interview, and it's Chapo basically explaining the reference tracks, how they came out, and the origins of them. So let's check it out.
So I just continued being behind the scenes. What threw me off with everything was when, you know, I seen some things out there. You know, I don't want to speak on specifics, but I was more so upset because the person where these things came from, the person's phone that this was hacked from. I would rather them not be a coward because there's somebody that's still over there, and you know, obviously, but I would rather them not be a coward and make me face the internet myself.
So, I mean, I could definitely feel what he's saying here. Basically, it seems like the track came out, it got leaked, and the person that leaked them is not really taking any type of responsibility or saying anything about it. So obviously, you know, people are gonna go over to Chapo and they're gonna be like, yo, why'd you release this? You know, why would you put this out? Are you looking for clout? Like, whatever. Like, so I could definitely feel what he's saying here. I'm guessing everybody pretty much is like going at him. And then with him not even being the one who leaked it, you know, it got to make you feel some type of way. I mean, because if you wanted to leak this, you could. I mean, because obviously he got the records. So if he wanted to leak them, he could. But then imagine you not leaking them. You ain't even do this shit and everybody coming at you. So I get that. I mean, I get it. It's a crazy place to be. I get that.
You know what I mean? Or make me have to, you know, sit here and be the bad guy because, you know, with anything that's associated, like a lot of these people are small pieces in my story, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't help that this is how people are getting to know me, but they're just small pieces of a much larger story.
Somebody got hacked, and that's where some of this material is coming from.
That was the wackest part about it. It was like when people thought that I would like, you know what I mean? Like I would do something, you know what I mean? Or I had something to do with any of this. It's like, it was almost pathetic, bro. It was like, come on, dog. Like you, and then it just got worse when it was like something that I created something special. I created a style of rap that was special. I created something that was unique and that was my own. Something that was like, that I was known for. Something that I was, you know, highly revered for. You know, and to watch people try to diminish me to one person or try to, like, you know, change the narratives around and make it seem like it's something else it's a little weird, bro. And
yeah, I mean, listen, I get that. I think this became such a big story because this was pretty much what people used to kind of make the excuse that, you know, Drake's reference tracks were okay. You know, because when the reference tracks came out, the whole conversation was, okay, is it just the hook? Is it just this part? Is it just the melodies? Whatever. And, you know, it was just everybody leaned on the side of, well, shit. No, at least it ain't the reference tracks, dog. And then here come the reference track for 4 p.m. in Calabasas. You know, and it makes you question things because I don't know about y'all, but to lack the integrity to say, okay, a record like this where you spitting like this, I can't take that record and come out with a timestamp record with this reference and tell everybody it's me. The integrity you should have in hip hop, fuck the integrity, the confidence, bruh. The confidence you should have to understand that you not writing your own shit is weak. I don't understand. But again, that's why they say like a lot of these dudes, they not cut from the same cloth because they willing to do shit like this to get ahead. You willing to copy and paste some shit for you to get ahead. And it's weird. It's definitely weird behavior. And it does suck that he taking the full brunt of this, man. Everybody coming at him for something that he didn't leak. But at the same time, like, bruh, you can't have people disrespecting your pen like that. And I could get why he feels slighted and a little bit disrespected and why he thinks it's weird.
And it's almost like, you know, I'm fighting a battle I can't win. And the only reason I've been able to even have a voice is because, you know, people like yourself, you know, a lot of your fans, a lot of people that are fans of me just have common sense. Like 1 + 1 is 2, bro. Like it's not 11. You know, you can try to look at it from another way. You can try to, but it is what it is. You're not gonna take my talent away from me. You're not gonna take. I'm big on integrity and morals, bro. I stand on everything that I do, bro. Everything that I say, everything that I do, I stand on it. And you know, I'm not about to sit here and let this, you know, not to get too much, but like this person is literally not opening their mouth because they want to save position. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. I'm out here. I live this hip hop shit. I live that shit. I never wanted any of this, bro. I never wanted none of this shit. All of this new attention of how I'm associated, bro, that shit lame to me. That my name is even like wrapped up in like, you know, because that's not how I want it, you know, that's not how people know me. That's not how the culture know me. That's not how my family know me. That's not how the people that's closest to me know me. And, you know, I'm new to this internet shit. I gotta look on the internet and see shit. And, you know, I just realized like, you know, nobody in this industry is really for you, bro.
Him having to deal with it and the person who leaked it just, you know, vanishes off in the shadows is crazy. And what he's basically saying is that that person doesn't want to reveal themselves because they want to save relationship. And this is what I continue to say about the industry. The industry is a weird place because people want to save relationships. They don't want to sever ties. They don't want things to happen to them. But if you leak this track, you obviously had some type of reason for leaking it. You know, maybe you really don't fuck with Drake, right? Maybe you don't really fuck with his camp, but you leaked it because you feel some type of way, but you still want to be around his camp. So you want to save that relationship? That's the weird part about this, man. But I've always looked at this thing like, bro, if you could sit there and have somebody write your lyrics, where is the respect factor there? I don't think that's something that could be respected. And I don't think people should respect anything like that. Like in hip hop, it's forbidden. You know, and now we past talking about hooks and melodies. Now we talking about timestamp records where you yourself have like stamped this as you lyrically spitting. You showing people why you that guy and nobody can fuck with your pen. Y'all forgot when Drake said, I wouldn't have anybody write the timestamp records?
I'm not gonna collaborate with somebody on any of the timestamp records.
This man said this in an interview in everybody's face. So what else would he lie about? You know, and it takes you back to everything else that Drake has like had people reference. Like it takes you back to the Quentin Millers. It takes you back to the Voorhees. You know, even this latest track, Nokia, like this Nokia thing, even with that one, it's like you have a producer comes in with an idea for Nokia. And the catchiest part, the one that everybody remembers, because we talked about this on the Discord last night. Nokia is a record that works for what it works for. And what I think that Drake is trying to do with that record is to make everybody forget about rapping again. Now, he wants to bring people back to let's dance and let's party. Because if you think about what the beef had, the effect it had, one of the effects that it had is that it made everybody like focus on what you rapping about. The songs sound cool, but you know, what's the substance? And I think with Nokia, it's an attempt to dumb it down and say, wait. Don't pay attention over there. Bring that shit back over here. Let's not talk about that. Let's just say shit that sounds catchy. So when you think about that, the catchiest part of that song is the baby girl, right? Even whether you're joking about it or whether you singing it because you can't get it out your head or whether you think it's stupid, but you keep saying it, right? Because all of those things make you feel something. And that's the catchiest part of that song. But it goes on to show you how unoriginal this man is because even that is not his ideas. I've seen it because I see a lot of people that think that Nokia is something that Drake wrote. let's be real here. Drake ain't write this shit. Fan or not, this is an unoriginal idea that he's taken and he's made his. And everybody gives credit for it. I saw people that were saying Drake on the hook saying baby girl is funny. Ha ha ha. Surprise, motherfucker. That's not Drake.
That wasn't me.
I hate to break it to you. You know, and I know people gonna say shit. Let's see this. The Nokia producer, Elkin, before the Drake voiceover. And it says Drake proves again how unoriginal he is and how he likes stealing other people's idea. So let's listen to this idea that he decided to take.
Let's get it.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah, let's get it.
Who it is, ho? Who it is?
Now, if you listen to this track, does that sound like Drake to you guys? That is not Drake. So what we're essentially listening to right now is another reference.
Calling that shit. You calling my shit?
Now, you hear that? Who's calling that shit? You calling that shit? Like, this is October 5th, 2024. And then you hear Drake come in and say, who's calling that shit? You calling that shit? So the nigga is following reference tracks right in your faces. He's following reference tracks right in your faces and doesn't give two shits about it.
Who calling my shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who?
So, you trying to tell me, in y'all eyes, as Drake fans, y'all think this shit is cool? So this shit right here is the shit that y'all want to see y'all artists do. Be unoriginal. And I don't want to hear the shit about who made it sound better. I don't want to hear none of that shit. The fact of the matter is that they're reference tracks. And his ideas are unoriginal. How do you give somebody all the accolades for not doing original shit? And this is the shit that Drake has been able to get away with. And this is the shit that we have apologists out who make excuses for him, because the first thing out of their mouth when they hear a reference track like this is, well, he made it sound better. I don't know, man. To me, it's just weird. It's definitely weird angles they take. But what I understood is that Drake fans are going to defend any and everything he does. So I'm not shocked anymore at the angles that they take. No matter what he does, they're going to find a reason to defend it, all the way to the point where they just end up saying, well, I don't give a shit. He's still my favorite. That time is coming. But, you know, I don't know, man. What can they say? The song is from 6 months ago. When you really look at this song, the producer did all the work. So shout out to this producer, but the producer did all the work. But the producer added everything to this track that makes it catchy. So what did Drake really do? Like, I see somebody play it. They have it here. They say if you play it longer, you hear, is it Becky, is it Stacy part? Like, this is not original at all. Like, I really don't understand. Like, this type of shit is not acceptable. Look at this shit.
Baby girl.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance. Let me see you twirl. Shaking ass in the club with your homegirl. Take a pic for the gram, show the home.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
So y'all still trying to ask if this is right? So what we on? He made it sound better? The catchiest song he has, the song that y'all are raving about, the song y'all keep saying is gonna be the song of the summer, is not his original idea. Big fucking surprise, right? But y'all worried about who talking about him, why they talking about him, when they talking about him, and whether people hating. But the shit right here in y'all face. Shout out to Jay Nolan, man. And shout out to this producer for providing a record. Shout out to Chapo. Shout out to everybody that can see reality. Shout out to everybody that can see reality, talk about reality, and not be blinded by fandom. That's it, man. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck pissing me off.
Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.